All right, the next card we're going to talk about is the moon. I like to start it out with the Hebrew letter first, because I believe that the spiritual meaning of the Hebrew letter is all portrayed, so the illustration of the card. And then once you know that like seed level, it's the key to understanding how to interpret and understand the meaning of all the symbols. And it really makes all the reading and interpreting the cards really easy. So all the symbols on the card are all about the same thing, and all goes along with the Hebrew letter connected to it, which is Qoph. And Qoph, it regards following. So all the symbols on the card are all connected to the idea and the concept of following. For instance, this is a Pisces card, and the Pisces are born followers, but then they evolve into a Virgo, when the Virgo is the leader. And you can see this in the symbols. The base in the moon is the Hermit, and the Hermit is assigned to the Virgo card, or the astrological sign Virgo. And also on the zodiac wheel, on the total polar sides, there's Virgo and Pisces are complete opposites, and all of them, both of them, in order to get like a better life for themselves, is to learn how to incorporate the other's personality traits, and then they become more fulfilled and more balanced. And so you can see this also right in front of you with the moon. It's a new moon and it's a solar eclipse. And a solar eclipse can only happen on a new moon. So this is a new moon card. And also interesting is that the Roman numeral is 18. And every 18 months, somewhere around the world, there's a solar eclipse occurring. So it's just kind of a neat connection there. But it's a new moon vibes. And the new moon vibes is whenever you plant the seeds and you figure out what you want to manifest for the rest of your month. But on a solar eclipse, you get the opportunity to plant seeds that will be manifested that can change your entire year, and sometimes it could even change your entire life. And so it's a really big decision. It's like, who do you follow right now? Do you follow somebody who's been there and done that, like the Hermit in the moon? Or do you follow like your own ego, which is shown with those two dogs? There's the domesticated dog, and then also the wild wolf. And the wild wolf, he learns life the hard way. He learns by his own mistakes, and he doesn't listen to anybody. So he veers off the path. And then you'll see the little domesticated dog looking up at the Hermit, and he's listening and he's following. And that's how, the wolf, it'll actually evolve into a domesticated dog, and it'll start looking cuter, and his teeth won't be so sharp, and he'll be more tame and more controlled, and he'll just learn how to follow the rules. And then when you learn how to follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do, it seems like the universe and everybody else out also helps you out. And they give you a place to sleep, they give you food, they give you love, they give you attention, and they give you all the basic needs to make your life more enriched. The Hermit in the moon, he's leading people up the righteous path, because the Hermit connects to Moses on Mount Sinai. And so Moses is known as a Tzaddik, and Tzaddik means the righteous one. And so Moses, or Hermit, is lighting the righteous path and the path for you to follow. And it takes you in between those pillars that are in the background. And these pillars are the crossroads that take you from the world that you think you know into the next world, the world of the unknown. But the Hermit has been there, and he's done that. And he's proven that his way of living works, and all you gotta do is follow him. And then one day, eventually, you'll become and take his place. And then you will be the one other people follow. You will light the way. And so this card is about the moon following on the ecliptic, following the sun. And the moon is following the light, just like the Hermit is connected to the Hebrew letter Yod on his card. And Yod is a fiery flame, so he is the light. And so he's about, being the light, follow my lead. And he sets the new way of doing things, which all Virgos do. And even the Moses on the Hermit card, he's the one that brought down the Torah, and he's the one that brought down the 10 Commandments. And this is the new law, and this is the new way that we connect to the Creator. And this is the righteous path that leads you to a life of more fulfillment, doing what's right. You'll see inside the card that also, through the symbols, it's kind of like growing up and getting on the right path and maturing. So in the primordial waters is the crawfish, And the crawfish can symbolize Pisces, fish. And so it's coming out of its shell, coming out of the primordial waters into the path of life. And then right when it starts to become more like an adolescent, it becomes the wolf or the dog crossroads. And then you'll see 15 people that are yods floating over the wolf and dog. And so the wolf and dog could be around the age 15. And at this age, that's when you got to decide, what path are you going to take? Are you going to veer off and learn life the hard way? Or are you going to follow your elders who have been there and done that, and they lead the righteous path? And do you want to become somebody who other people follow? And then you'll see the hermit in the moon with the sun rays around him. And if you count the rays, there's exactly 32 sun rays. Just like there's 32 paths on the Qabbalah tree of life. And so it shows how he's an elevated soul. But also it connects to how when you're 32 years old, that's when you become a real true adult after your Saturn return. And then whenever you are 33 years old, that's when you're truly reborn and a true adult. And that 33 is a level of Christ consciousness, when you know that you're just connected to all things, connected to the oneness of all things. And you become a fully evolved, self-aware adult who learns to tap into your authenticity and your own talents, and you become prosperous following what's already God-given, your own talents and passions and creativity. And there's no more fear about you presenting that to the world and actually going out and making money or making other people's lives better because of those things. And then other people follow your example, and they are no longer to step outside their comfort zone, grow up and find their authenticity and be proud of who they are and proud of what they do, and then they share it with the world and find other like-minded people who they connect with, who they can be an example to, and other people will follow their lead. In the Hebrew Bible, Qoph means monkey, and it's like monkey see, monkey do, and monkeys mimic, and that's how monkeys learn. So it's all about following. Qoph also refers to the back of the head, and it's the back of the head that follows like wherever the eyes go. So the eyes see things, but it's the back of the head that kind of figures out what they are seeing, and also starts to, like, the wheels are in motion, starts to think about what to do next and what to do with this new information that you're gathering. But it's wherever the eyes go first, and then the head has to figure out what to do with that and how to make it good. What can I do with this information? And kind of make whatever you focus on, it expands and becomes more of. And it's all created in the back of the head, because the energy flows where the attention goes.